taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as.
Well, welcome to Breakdown. We have an epic night of action, and we are going to be having two massive Ruby Belt title eliminators on this card, with four of the best women to do it here on Breakdown. And tonight we're starting off the night with one of those bouts. So why don't we send it to the ring where we can let the explosivity happen. Well, Oberhausen, Germany, you're in for a treat as we start the night off with the former Ruby Belt holder, the Irresistible Force.
It's scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
Jax has, since losing the title, had vengeance on her mind. Big time Becky Lynch stole the title from her during her title bout during Uprising. I should say Conquest, not Uprising. And for 2 long months, Jax has been waiting for a chance to reclaim her championship. But big time Becky has been dodging the chance, and even through a draft, Jax has stayed here on Breakdown, and now has a chance at the man, but oh no! Again, the champion being assaulted. On Tuesday night, Fallon Henley, after her match, was attacked by Asuka, and tonight, the Empress of Tomorrow assaults big-time Becky Lynch. Now Lynch coming into this bout not at 100%, and big shot to start the bout off here. Jax, big choke slam, launches Lynch into the mat. In this bout, it's champion versus former champ. And this is what we like to call a title eliminator. 2 of these here tonight for you as well, but only one involving the champion. Coming out of the gates fast is Jax, capitalizing on the assault from Asuka. And clearly, Asuka still yet to make her mind up on who she will face at Love Dive, because clearly she's still keeping us guessing after assaulting once again a top champion. Becky, roll up here. Not gonna get a count though off of that situation, and Jax back on her feet and clearly more frustrated. Big time back breaker connecting onto Lynch. Blast kicker. Finally getting some momentum. Nice combination of shots followed up with a lariat. Drops Jax, and yes, it was going at Conquest. The originally scheduled title match between Liv Morgan and Nia Jax. It was bubbling. It was brewing. It was going all correct up until we hear, whoa, Whoa. Oh, down, down. And big time Becky cashed in her resolution. And, well, worked her magic. Took the championship in a matter of sheer brilliance. And then Nia, since then frustrated, had to coexist with the champion at Uprising in that War Games bout. And while it didn't work out for the Breakdown squad, it certainly increased tensions between Nia, Liv, and big time Becky Lynch. Obviously, our main event will feature the other woman in that triangle of hatred, Liv Morgan. She defends her opportunity for that #1 contendership, because let's be honest, she was screwed out as Becky lands the manhandle slam. Her one-on-one opportunity costed or stolen by Becky. Bear in mind, it was a rematch clause bout for Liv. So she realistically also got screwed out of that situation by the inclusion of the man. Now, Lynch, Fujiwara armbar applied, working over Nia pretty well. The champion controlling the tempo, avoids being flattened by the irresistible force, and now up, and will she get her down? The answer's no. Jacks out the back door and delivers a chop block. Nia powers up Lynch. Gorilla press and just sends her crashing to the mat. Heavy landing for the champion, and Nia's gonna make her pay a little bit more. Lines her up and hits the ropes. Drops the leg across the back. Signature Nia offense. The irresistible force into the cover. Gets a 2 over the champion. Almost getting the job done, a little more needed, and Nia knows it. Reverse though, and Becky launches her into the corner. Boot lands to the face, follows it up, Exploder suplex. And the champion calling her target up, ready to strike. Lynch caught in the corner. Nia takes waist control. Colossus applied here. Brings her up and down into a back breaker and just... Ooh! Nasty! Just tossing her to the side while gripping the neck. That could have snapped Becky's neck there. A deadly maneuver from the irresistible force. Lynch caught, thrown into the ropes. Meets the back elbow from Jax, who charges back in, tries to land a senton. But Lynch evades the big maneuver from Nia Jax. Lynch set to fly, drop kick connects. Perfectly executed onto the irresistible force, and now a cover here for the champion. Near fall once more. Both ladies really giving it their all. You've got to feel, though, Lynch now seizing that control element of the bout. Keeping Jax at bay. Bear in mind, we're yet to see a finish out from the former champion. Nia known to deliver. As the count begins here, the Irish whip gets reversed. Nia sends Becky crashing into the barricade. And yeah, as we said, as this is a title eliminator, with the fact that Asuka looms as a threat for that title, technically speaking, we could see Asuka usurp the potential #1 contendership position here on Breakdown. Steal it from out of the grasp of either Nia Jax or the winners of our main event tonight. As Nia hooks up Lynch, scoops her into powerbomb position. It's the one-legged powerbomb and stacks her up for the cover. 2, and Lynch kicks out, avoids that perilous situation, that 3 count that would have set Nia up as #1 contender. And the champion, can't connect. Jax can't either. Nice German from Lynch. And the tempo quickening here for the champion. As she lines up, Nia slams that head crashing into the mat. The champion calling her target up. Will this secure a win here for Lynch? Well, busting open Jax certainly might work in her favor and close the gap on the dub. Still needs to get the job done here, and Lynch calls her target up and looks to fly. Drop kick once more onto Nia. Now, waiting, biding her time. The shot connects, and it's a man-handle slam from the champ. Down goes Nia. 1, 2, no! A kick out, and Lynch irate, looking for another pin, but the referee spots the feet on the rope. Lynch again, butterflies her, can't get it. Nia, quick to the shot, avoids, takes Lynch up top. Powerbomb position, bang! Down goes Lynch, and Nia is not done yet. Calls her up once more, and well, she stacked her up again. Powerbomb, not gonna go for the powerbomb, a gun stun instead. And now Nia into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Title match secured. Here for the irresistible force. Becky Lynch needs to be wary that Nia is in the hunt. That will be coming next week. 4 big time backs. Failing to overcome the former champion. But there is still threats looming here on Breakdown. Asuka, as well as Liv Morgan and her opponent in the main event. We shall see what happens there. Well, we have some tag team action in front of us. And the general manager's leading the line.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Tala Tonga at a combined weight of 450 pounds. Tama Tonga and Tongalua NXT.
Well, as you heard there, GOD, or the MFTs as they're known, are going to war. Being led out by their general manager, Big Solo Sikoa. He's brought the Hitmen out for this bout. But here's the question. What foes have been set up in front of the MFTs. With Talatonga looming in the background for this. We're about to see what carnage will take place. Because it's God versus 3D. The former champs in the house. Looking to get back onto winning ways after losing the belts.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 603 pounds, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
The quote kings of the tables match failed to get it done in said bout, and losing to the new champions, the New Age Outlaws. Now 3D, for the first time in what feels like a long time, strapped down to one brand in Breakdown. And they step up to the plate here, especially against the henchman of the general manager. Let's find out as Tonga Loa starts off against Devon. We're underway. Well, it's a scoop up, but not a slam as Devon escapes out the back. And as we said, it was interesting at Turmoil how 3D lost their championships. Billy Gunn and Road Dogg getting the better of Team 3D in that tables match. The extreme factor certainly felt there. But as it goes for tables matches, it was straight down the wire. There was just that one, I'd say the only difference was that it was Team 3D who weren't really looking to put the Outlaws through the table, whereas Gun and Dog were certainly aiming every possibility to put Devon or Bubba through that table. Tonight, the former champions, we're going to get back into that win column. And they're starting off well here as the tag brings Bubba in, who lends a sidewalk slam onto, I'd say, a beaten down Tonga Loa here. Oh, nice slam down into the mat there by Bubba. Obviously, the tag champions will have firm eyes on this bout. If 3D lose this, they potentially remove them from that title picture altogether. No rematch needed, because they are, quote, washed. As for the MFTs, or more specifically, GOD, they're still in the hunt for their first title here in IPW. Potential to become #1 contenders if they can overthrow Team 3D. But the issue I would say is there's another team, or more specifically, a couple of Usos, who are on winning ways as of late. In just 2-on-2 action, they did actually lose on Tuesday night alongside their cousin, but the Usos back in, well, winning ways as a unit. They've found some form, having really just come back to being a tag team. Main event, Jey Uso struggled in singles, as did Jimmy. Neither were able to pick up a win in a singles match, but now back together. They've found some winning form, but obviously it's wild to say this, but they are, both the Usos and Team 3D have kind of been separated for the first time in a long time. It's always been one of them as champions, except for that insane period of time where Gallus controlled everything. But right now, it is Breakdown holds the Team 3D, and the Usos are on primetime. So fresh competition here for Team 3D here on Breakdown. And it's nice to see them go up against a unit that weren't together originally. GOD in a trade were brought back together thanks to Sikoa and Eve Torres forming, well, that trade on the deadline. And one thing that I do know that technically exists still is the fact that Primetime holds that ace up the sleeve after what happened at Uprising that they are yet to cash in, I should point out, as Devon lands that big time maneuver, but Talatonga distracting the referee here. Devon not able to get the win after landing what I know it is as the Tower of London, but it's clearly not that anymore. Devon can't get the tag out. Amatonga launches Devon to GOD territory. And the Gorillas of Destiny make a tag. Tama sits down. Devon into that leg drop. And Ongaloa happily obliges with the leg across the throat. Yeah, as we say, there's a lot more opportunities here, I feel, for Team 3D to build some form, new teams to crush, especially thanks to the draft. And as we said, prior to that big maneuver out from Devon, Primetime do hold that special prize for beating Breakdown at Uprising. And if we think about it, I know that it is, they get to, quote, hijack a star from that show. Currently, there are a few hot prospects here on Breakdown that I would certainly be wanting to take before it is too late. Remember, well, one point stipulation of the steal is they can't take champions, as I think GOD are getting a count out here. And well, the MFTs earn it through count out means. And the Dudleys, for the first time in what I think is forever, have 2 losses in a row. What a way, or what a end to this bout. But yeah, Talatonga did the job, distracted the referee that kept Tama alive in this matchup. And then here, Tongaloa stood in the ring, Devon slow to his feet. And there's the count out. I've not done anything here. We're just a little... It looks like the lights have gone out in the arena. But let's just run it down quickly and say this. Some big stars are available for draft steals. It's likes of Utami Hayashishita, Obafemi, both rising prominent stars here on Breakdown. All available to go over and join Tuesday nights. And in other news, I think we've just been New Legacy inked with Solo Sikoa. Forced to listen to his theme. Let's see if I can skip this. But for now, we'll shift over to our next situation. Well, we've managed to fix the Solo Sikoa music. Clearly, the general manager wanted people to know he was GM, but right now we've got El Grande Americano heading to the ring. Mic in hand as well. I'm interested to hear what he has to say. Well, it looks like he's calling someone to come out to the ring. Obviously, last week he was ambushed before. And it looks like no one's joining him. That's a shock here. Obviously, he called someone out after being assaulted by what it looked to be El Grande Americano. We'll have to see where that goes, but tonight, clearly, no one planned to show up to face El Grande Americano. Well, let's shift our attention to the women's division. Once again, as the Underground Champion takes the arena.
Is a six-woman tag team match. Introducing first, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Women's Underground Champion, Thea Hale.
Always a bubbly personality is Thea Hale. She seems fired up and ready to go. Still holds the Underground Championship. And Thea looking for new competition week in and week out. We'll step up to that plate. But tonight, she's going to be allied with a couple of other ladies. One of which thinks it's her time. As we're going to drop. And you know I like to see it drop. Strobe lights begin. And let the show get underway with the Barbie Blonde. Or the Buff Barbie, I should say. We had the Barbie Blonde on Tuesday night in Cali. Debuting in IPW. That was certainly a shock. Teaming with the Prospects champion in our opener. That was massive to say the least. But tonight, strobe lights in full effect here for Stratton. She's going to be working alongside Thea Hale. And as the roar of the lion can be heard, more lights blinding to the eyes.
And their partner from Los Angeles, California, Nikita Lyons.
It's Lyons, Stratton, and Hale all teaming up. And it is, I would say, three ladies with a lot to prove. All competed in the Prospects Cup. All fell short. But I would say Stratton made the best run. Making it to that divisional finals, losing to the inevitable winner of the Prospects Cup Roxanne Perez. Tonight, a different lineup, a different view, but... Well, that's Alba Fire. She was drafted to break down. And oh no. The tag champs are here.
And their opponents, the undisputed women's tag team champions, the Secret Harvest and Chelsea Green.
Well, originally drafted to primetime, Green and Niven split from Fire due to how the draft came to pieces. Now, Green can reunite with Fire thanks to holding those women's tag team championships. Tag champs get to sit between brands, and well, they're going to utilize that to great effect to get even stronger as a unit. As Fire starts to bounce off here against Hale. It's a tornado DDT out the corner that gets the ball rolling here for the Secret Hervis and Chelsea Green. I did that wrong. And Chelsea Green. I can't believe my voice does that, but here, tag team offense coming in from the Secret Hervis, sending Hale into Niven. Oh, Tarantula and a super kick. Great combination of offense from Niven and Fire. As Green watches on. It is a interesting situation that we find ourselves in, but obviously we've got 3 champions in this matchup. Hale, Niven, and Green all holding gold here in IPW. But in a tag team situation, you kind of have to favor the tag champions over the underground champ. No offense to Hale, but in a unit that's just been put together on the night, it's not really built for success. As Stratton now enters the picture. Gets to go to work here onto Niven. The Scot breaks the grip of Stratton here, who comes through nice. Knee to the side of the body. Stratton now attacking Fire. Forces her to the ground. And returns to the ring. Still quicker to the punch than Niven. Lands a Samoan drop from Stratton. And a cover here onto Niven as well. Quick kick out by Piper to stay alive in this matchup. But yes, as we said, Niven and Green upset Fatal Influence, I feel, in that magical Tuesday night where titles were just shifting like it was no man's business. And, well, Niven and Green get the dub there and have taken it in stride. They will, however, have to defend those belts at Love Dive. The automatic rematch clause in play for Fatal Influence, who, as we know, really did not like losing their belts during prime time. With the fact that tonight, Green and Niven have brought the belts to break down even further away than prime time's, well, former champions. It really upsets, well, Jane and Nyx. But that's the thing about Fatal Influence, I would say, though, is the fact that technically speaking, it doesn't have to be Jane and Nyx that challenge, enact that rematch clause at Love Dive. Any form of Fatal Influence can have that title shot. Freebird rules do exist here in IPW. So realistically, it could be Fire and Niven defending the belts against Kiana and Fallon as a unit. Or Nyx and Lainey Reed, who knows? It can be a toss of a coin as to who goes up against the tag champions. Speaking of the tag champions, they could be counted out here as reaching an escalated count of 9. Nikita down and out. And 2 tag bouts tonight, both ending countouts. Not Cora, it's almost like they're broken. But hey, I'm breaking the fourth wall here as we watched a few highlights that were available for the matchup. And Nikita, just gets tossed. And there's the count out. Because Kevin Tan goes up for 10.
Here are your winners, The Secret Hervis and Chelsea Green.
Regardless, the tag champions get the dub here tonight. Well, this is strange. Hearing his theme before a strange story involving Solo Sikoa. But tonight, the ruler is just here for business. No gimmicks. He has been dominant, and he looks to continue that form.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 310 pounds, Oba Femi.
The crowd chants his name as he struts to the ring. And he has got the ire of the champion, having proved his skills last week. Ospreay asked for a challenge, and he was given the ruler. And Femi gave Ospreay that fall from grace. You could call it a title eliminator, and it certainly was not an elimination. It was a wake-up call to the aerial assassin, as Oba has him in his sights and a date with him at Love Dive. Well, what goes well with a ruler? Something very regal and pink.
And his opponent from Blackpool, England, weighing in at 240 pounds, William Regal.
Regal, former king of the ring, looking to maybe upset the ruler here tonight. And it's such a great sight to behold. The fact that Femi has reignited his career here on Breakdown. Ever since the new era began, he has become a dominant threat. And now, with that title shot at Love Dive, he's got the potential to keep that threat going as, well, as expected, he overpowers Regal with the first tie-up. Second tie-up Bit more technical wrestling as Femi gets the wrist lock. And this is certainly interesting or surprising, as Regal, known for being technical, he also has a bit of power in his wheelhouse, but he's being outworked and outgunned here by Femi to start this bout as the wrist lock transitioned in behind the back of Regal. Smartly, William able to get a chin lock applied here and crank on that side headlock from behind. I guess it's more of a back headlock. Transition now out to an arm wrench of sorts. Femi slowly making his way back to his feet. But keep your eyes on Regal. He keeps control of that arm and follows him up top to a standing base. Regal transition. Nice work here. And that's the technical wrestling prowess of Regal. He matches Oba up to the feet and then wisely changes levels to bring the ruler down, crashing into some heavy offense. Regal, nice back elbow. Combination connects half and half. Just flattens the ruler with explosivity. As now a cover comes through. He gets a 2 count over Femi. But that's all that it's going to get. But now Regal caught taunting in the corner. Femi takes waist control. And the ruler takes down Regal. Now a headlock of his own onto the Blackpool Combat Club originator. Back to a vertical base. Both go. Regal shoots Femi off, but can't follow it up with that back elbow once again. And Femi gonna happily oblige with a bit of a snake eyes onto Regal. Cover here for the ruler. 1 and a kick out. Not too much heavy impactful maneuvers have connected yet into this matchup, but Femi fired up, going for a cover once more. He's getting a little cheeky utilizing the ropes. Not good for any count though. The ruler sends Regal running, pops him up into an uppercut. There's the high octane offense that we know Femi for. Belly to belly attempted, can't get it. Regal though hits the big knee. Now lines up Oba. Arm hooked up. Straight jacket net breaker from Regal. Hangs him out to dry for the cover here. Good for 2. Oh, near fall. Regal thought he'd done enough there. But still, Femi keeps fighting. Nice STO from the number 1 contender. Regal fighting back. That back elbow, he goes too many times to the well. Gets caught and power slammed to the canvas. Regal and Femi send the action. Sprawling to ringside here. Either man backing down from the other. Regal and Femi stood, throwing blow for blow as Femi sent into the barricade. Regal not able to connect. Instead, Femi gonna get caught. Back elbows from Regal as he returns to the ring. Count of 8 and both men stood in the center of the ring, but it's Regal Irish whipping Femi. Pops him up with a backdrop. Cover here for Regal. 1, 2. And Femi obliges with a kick out. Back to a vertical base for both. The chops come through from Regal. Follows it up with a nice uppercut there. To sit Femi down. Regal wrenching that arm, gets caught. Femi tries to hit the axe on the face, but Neither man connecting. Half and half avoided for Femi as the Irish whip gets reversed as well. Back elbow falls short. Regal, though, takes waist control. No. Femi fights back elbow of his own, but the combo comes through. Regal, snap vertical suplex. Regal lines Femi up, puts him in the corner. Back elbow from Femi. The waist control not garnered. Regal wisely takes back control and then up and over. Interesting suplex there onto Femi, but the ruler back to his feet. The pace has quickened as an exploder comes through from Oba. But while it's quick, both men are meeting each other at that pace as a fall from grace. Hits Regal like a freight train, and Femi doesn't get the dub just yet. A big kick out from William Regal to stay alive, but that fall from grace came out of nowhere. And Oba knows he's got his prey on the ropes. And Regal, meet the F10. Whirly birded out of that position. The Regal knee connects. Somehow he's still able to fight as Oba fails to connect with a cover after that F10. Regal falling short once more with that Regal knee. It's a big maneuver, but Oba rising to the occasion of the shot. Mule kick from Oba puts Regal in the corner. Ruler needs to take a bit of respite to really just recover. William Regal has hit the big shots, but he needs to give chance to simmer from them. Here does Oba Femi, because otherwise Regal will just pounce again. Speaking of pounce, oh, a choke slam. You see Femi pumped up for landing that one as he heads to the second rope. What's Oba got in store here? Shoulder block missing. That's what's in store. Oba, Irish whip. Launching Regal over the top. The Brit, though, caught, sent running. Oba, caught tornado DDT. Regal, he's got the ruler on the ropes. Drags him to the corner. Busts him open. Femi, boots up to the face. And then pops up Regal, military press into the knees. The lungs of Regal in tatters as he gets caught and tossed. Oba's had enough as Femi delivers a fall from grace. 1, 2, 3. The ruler gets busted open, but oh no. That's the champion. He had his eyes clearly on this bout, as Oba's a marked man for beating Ospreay. And this looks to be Ospreay setting Oba up for the matchup at Love Dive, and well, the title in Ospreay's hand. He's letting Femi know who controls Breakdown. Well, Oberhausen's in for a final treat. Another title eliminator. And one of the most difficult bouts.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing the Judgment Day. From Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
Simply put, Liv Morgan like Nia Jax, feels annoyed, frustrated with the champion having her opportunity stolen from underneath her nose. That in tow has led to her demanding a rematch. But General Manager Solo Sikoa said, "You've got to go through a woman who outlasted you at Turmoil, outperformed you, realistically should be #1 contender."
And her opponent from Japan, the Queen.
Like it or not, Utami Hayashishita has outperformed both Nia Jax and Liv Morgan in recent weeks of competition. More wins, more big bouts. And now the Red Queen faces her most difficult challenge in singles action. A former Ruby Belt holder. This certainly is a massive test for Utami as she steps up to the plate. Your main event, it's a big spicy battle. The Red Queen, Liv Morgan. Will the revenge tour work in favor of Liv? Or will it be the hottest rising star in the women's division earning the dub? As it stands, it's Morgan. Side headlock, controlling the initial stages of this bout. Wrenching deep on that hold, keeping Utami at bay. Utami pushes Liv off. Oh, a shot to the body. The gut, a perfect target of Liv. Try and remove the oxygen from Liv Morgan's tank. Liv, a cardio queen known for quickening the pace, the endurance in her system, and realistically controlling the opposition. You have to be wary of that Oblivion and the Codebreakers flying in from anywhere. As Morgan caught half and half from Utami. You clearly watched Regal utilize that to great effect earlier in the night. Now, working over Liv with the knees to the side of the head. Just looking to disorientate her opponent. Do damage to the body of Liv as much as possible. But one thing Liv knows how to do is slow it down when needed. With not one, not two, but 3 amigos flying out and then the taunt afterwards. Honoring Eddie Guerrero with that maneuver. But Utami, up, down, Fisherman's Buster. Cover here as well for the Red Queen. Gets herself for one. The ref out of position. Costly for Utami. But that's even more costly. Codebreaker for Liv. Drops the Red Queen. And she's going to follow it up. No. Can't get it. No Oblivion, I believe, would have been coming for you. For Liv there. Utami evades the danger. Off the ropes. Drops the axe. Certainly quick pace to start the bout. That has slowed down a little as, oh, a Fisherman's suplex here for Hayashishita. Connects with a punch to the back. Hooks Liv up. Argentine backbreaker. Spins her out into the BT bomb. Cover here. 1, 2, 3. And the Red Queen gets the job done. Liv had her shot, that Codebreaker. The best thing landed. it looked like she may have been setting up for an oblivion. But Utami negated it. Ate it well, and then the big maneuvers come through. This Fisherman's Buster driving Liv head first into the mat. And then, well, the code breaker comes through. But Utami back to her feet. Hooks Liv up. Argentine backbreaker. Spins her out into the bomb. The Argentine BT bomb picks up the win for the Red Queen in a...
Here is your winner, the Queen.
most, I would say, high-profile win. That eliminates Morgan from contention for the title and puts the Red Queen as the next big threat. Thank you for joining me here tonight for Breakdown. We will be having Underground this week after a unforeseen hiatus on last weekend. But for tonight, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Breakdown. I will see you on Sunday. Peace out.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that fact, taking